Global warming has been a hot topic since before the inconvenient truth hit the big screen. We've all heard about the polar ice caps melting, but I want to know if global warming is actually going to affect the state of Connecticut.
To find out, I went to see Dr. Juliana Barrett, an educator for Connecticut Sea Grant who works with towns to restore their coastlines. She says the evidence of global warming can already be seen in the state.
Scientists are already seeing changes in our marshes that fringe our coast. Plants that you find on the lower marsh are moving, and now they're finding them on what used to be the higher marsh. We can expect to see greater and more frequent storm surges. Coastal flooding can be increased. So towns along the coast are already thinking about how do we plan for these events.
But the coast isn't the only area in Connecticut that will be affected by climate change.
As our climate warms, it's going to change the composition over time, not immediately, of our forests. And with a change in our forests, it'll change the animals that occur here as well.
According to Confronting Climate Change in the U.S. Northeast, a guide issued by the Union of Concerned Scientists, if people in Connecticut continue to emit the same amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere that they do now, global warming will impact everything we're familiar with in the state. Lobsters are expected to die out as the temperature in Long Island Sound rises. Raspberries, blueberries, pears, and even some apples will no longer grow because Connecticut winters won't be long enough to spur fruit development. Dairy cows will produce up to 15% less milk in the summer due to heat stress.
So tell me, ladies, how does that make you feel? No comment.
According to the study, humans won't be immune to climate changes either. As cities like Hartford see more days over 100 degrees, air quality will go down and rates of asthma, heart attacks, and heat-related deaths will increase.
It's pretty clear this could be a serious problem. With the presidential election coming up, are the stakes high enough to affect the way people vote?
I decided to go to the University of Connecticut to see what students had to say. They were in the middle of celebrating homecoming weekend, but it was clear they were serious about this issue.
Yeah, I feel like if somebody's going to put that point out there, that'll make me want to vote for them if they're going to care about what we're doing with our environment.
Yeah, totally. I think it's pretty important that they try and find ways to prevent global warming.
But how do you know if a candidate is really serious about helping the environment? Adam Wilson, a PhD student studying climate change ecology, explains what you should look for in an environmentally conscious candidate.
Maybe we should demand of potential candidates, a climate change action plan where they actually lay out, within the state we're going to do this, this, and this. We're going to get hybrid cars for state offices. We're going to reduce energy consumption by getting more efficient appliances. When we do buy new appliances, we're going to, just very concrete activities. And
Adam showed me a graph of climate change predictions from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, a group that recently won a Nobel Peace Prize.
We don't know exactly what the future temperature is going to be, but the big variability here is actually between these different scenarios. Are humans going to continue to emit a lot of carbon dioxide, or are they going to start to wise up and reduce their emissions?
So really, it's our choice.
Yes, it is our choice.
If you'd like more information about global warming, you can check out the links in my blog at thinkmtv.com. I'm Kristen Deptula, and it's your turn, Connecticut, to choose or lose.